Hello, I'm Tracey Tager. I am coming to you with an update about my cancer diagnosis and continuing plan of treatment. um, I'm having a PET scan early in the morning at 7, so we will find out more information then. Of course, I'm very nervous for the results of that, but I was told I should get the results pretty quickly. I'm sure if I text my doctor, I will find out the results of that sooner. Although I think he'd rather speak to me, and I'd rather go over the PET scan in person too. That's just my personal preference. Um, but anyways, so I'm having a PET scan tomorrow, and I will find out if I'm at stage 3 or stage 4. There's a few things that are kind of questioning whether I've had more advanced or not. And so that's why they're doing the more in-depth scan tomorrow. After that, we will figure out, I don't know, if different, I'm not the doctor. I'm sure different stages of cancer require different modes of attack. But right now, if it's 3, most likely we're going to be taking chemotherapy for 4 months. Most likely it's going to be a pill. That is what my doctors have told me about, and I can't have a port. I'm trying to work possibly while being on chemo. I don't know if it's possible, but it's going to be hard. I mean, I could get a disability. It's just harder to get on disability unless you're stage 4. Stage 4 is like an automatic. The other one has kind of like a delay, which is fun. And so that's, yeah. And then I have to figure out, because in addition to doing all of these things, I'm also going to be seeing a nutritionist on Wednesday. I have been drastically changing my diet. Not that I had been eating terrible, but when you're fighting cancer, you have to like really make available the things that your immune system needs to fight disease. So I have increased a lot of supplements in my diet, and I take medicinal mushrooms that help fight cancer and reduce cancer, either in pill form or in drink form. And I've shown these to the doctors, and they all like them. And then the one social worker I spoke to at the cancer center said that the nutritional drinks that the nutritionist is going to love the drinks. She read it for me, and she's like, these are really good. So all of those things have a lot of expenses, which are a lot more expensive than what I had been eating before, not knowing that I am fighting cancer. So it's difficult. I have been struggling to keep weight on. I lost 15 pounds within a month, which is quite alarming for me. It's a little fast. And I have been having issues in the bathroom, so I have to really keep my food blended, and it takes a lot of work. I have to do a lot of my own food prep because I don't buy any food that's already prepared, either from a restaurant or at a grocery store. I just make my own foods or only eat fermented foods. Anyways, it's a pretty strict diet, and I'm gonna find more information out with the nutritionist. Obviously, I'm not an expert. I only know, certain foods are cancer fighting, like blueberries or strawberries, and I've been taking smoothies in the morning, which they're fine. They're not as expensive as other things. The other things, supplements that I put in it, like wheatgrass, yeah, they're quite expensive, and I do it daily. So I don't know going forward, entire costs and anything, but anything that you would want to help with, I would be eternally grateful. I'm struggling to figure out how much I would make on disability, and if I would even be able to maintain insurance. I only really have 120 days to maintain it, and 4 months of chemo. If I don't have any ability to work, that's more than 120 days. So I'm looking at something that's going to be very difficult to live, to pay rent, to pay my bills and exist. So thank you if you contribute also, because this healthcare system in the United States doesn't it doesn't really take care of people. Even I have insurance. The cost is still pretty high that I have to pay out of pocket, because that's how it is for people who are pretty young, like I am. I am only 32 years old, which it's very hard to walk in cancer syndrome and you're half the age of everybody else there. Sorry, it's just the reality. So I hope that everybody gets a colonoscopy pretty early. I'm just kind of making a public awareness about it, because the doctors have been telling me that the last 5 years they've seen a sharp increase in younger people getting colon cancer, especially those who are white, and they don't understand why. I highly suspect, and the doctor agreed, that it's the agriculture industry. So if you feel like you lived close to any agriculture growing up, I highly recommend you start getting colonoscopies, maybe mid-20s, mid-30s. I'm 32. I could be at stage 4 cancer already. Do you want to catch it earlier than this? Thanks.